The first question that people often ask us is how we met. And I moved to Brooklyn, New York in 2004 and found a studio online. And as I was walking into the studio, Stephen was walking out. From that point on, we found out that we were studio neighbors. We helped each other build each other's studios, and from the get-go, we kind of had a mutual respect for each other's work. And then in 2005, there was an opportunity. This woman named Anna Hepler in Portland, Maine, was sponsoring a series of collaborative art projects. And so at that point, it just seemed logical to work together. And even though we had never collaborated, together before, we were like, let's give this a shot and see how it goes, actually making art together. So we set our individual practices aside and decided to create this third entity.
During the time that we've been collaborating, we've also tried to maintain separate studio practices, because the third collaboration is informed by that type of individual investigation. And so the paper for us has been kind of our point of convergence. Like it's been our common medium. For this particular project, we were focusing on the ephemeral landscapes that are kind of local to the area. And in later projects, we've really been focusing on kind of more of the process of making these projects. And for this piece, we wanted to be less of a sort of literal depiction of a land form, let's say, and more of a kind of abstract type of experience, a kind of meshing of general textures and forms and movement suggested by the paper of the landscape.
And so often in our past work, there's this line between whether the work is supposed to be implying an action or whether it's a record of an action. And so that's something that we're really trying to push in this piece. Just like the dunes at Kohler State Park or the ice formations down at the shoreline, you never quite know when something like has either just happened or just been come into formation, or when it's just about to be destroyed. I think in an exhibition themed about the land, there tends to be maybe an expectation that the artists are taking a political standpoint, and we're actually coming from a very different place, where much of our work is guided by an investigation about human perception. And so we are, without bracketing all of the things that are happening outside of the gallery and outside of the natural landscape, we're just looking purely at how the phenomena of the changing landscapes at the lake, the shoreline of Lake Michigan, inform local viewers' experience of negotiating the world.
And so I think memory plays a big part in this. So we want to create an experience in the gallery that informs the experience of the viewer outside of the gallery, and vice versa, so that the viewers cannot experience the real landscape without referencing, in retrospect, our installation piece.